Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, boy, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John don't come for you?
Hey, get out of here now.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
I started to want to be a cop when I was about probably 20, 21 years old. My brother's a cop in Oakland PD, and I just found it interesting. I went on a ride along out there and thought it was something that I could do and want to do for the rest of my life. So I actually enjoy it a lot. I like working here in Sacramento. Yeah, let's go check out if Kenneth's home. He still got that warrant for being a pal. Oh, there's two guys sitting in there. Let's go check it out.
He just shut the door. You want me to go around back?
Go around the back. Where's the white guy that was sitting here?
Probably split.
Did he just run out the back?
Probably.
I wasn't flooring yesterday. Did someone just run out the back?
I don't know if he ran out the back, but he's somewhere took off.
Is he in here still? Can I come make sure? I'm not looking for you, man. I know who I'm looking for, and it's not you. Is he... Charles 45 Lee from Went. Just stay in the back. I'm in the house right now. Is he in here?
No.
Where is he?
I have.
Did he just run out the back?
It's possible he did that.
You need to wait right here. Get on the ground! Where is he?
Oh no, he jumped over this way.
You chased him out the front? I was right in the front when you said that. He came over the fence toward me and went back in. He had to have gone west or through here. This is exactly what happened last time. Okay, just pick up a call for the 2701 address. Oh, I drove by. I saw him in the house. We went up there. He was in the back. He chased him out the front to me, and I chased him back. So I don't know where he went. He had to have gone west, over here.
He went south and west.
What was he wearing? They were trying to ask.
He had no shirt.
No shirt, yeah.
Dark to be a male white, 5'8",
Dark?
180 to
Shorts?
I don't know if they were shorts or pants. I just saw his butt coming up onto the
That's
roof.
all I saw was his upper body. He's a parolee at large, and I think he has priors. Make sure you're checking out the addresses.
Yeah.
Where
is he? Right here. Come here.
Charles
All
45.
right,
give
dude,
us
let me
the
see your
beeper.
hands. Dog's gonna get you. Hands up.
Get our
Hands
address.
up.
Come out here.
Get out. Get out.
70.
Get out.
2770. Get your pants
Get
up.
out. Let's go.
I am.
Get on the ground.
I am.
Grab him. Grab him. Grab him. Charles 45, we're taking him into custody. You can go for the people.
My wrist. Oh, my wrist is broken. Oh, ow. Sir, please. I know I ran.
Get on your side.
Ow, no. I know I ran. I'm sorry, but no. Heal. I know I ran. I'm sorry, but my wrist is broken.
Really? From what?
I from the handcuff opening. That's all. I know I ran. Not good.
It's the second time you ran from me.
My wrist.
Can I? Thank you. Did you search him?
Please.
Search him. Take everything out of his pocket. Or if he's got anything in there.
What's my wallet?
Check it. check it for dope or anything?
No, I don't. I ain't handling
Possible
it.
change taken.
No, I don't handle
Just
it.
make sure there's nothing else and then put it back. Is this yours?
Yes.
Do you remember a couple weeks ago he ran from Reinhardt and I?
I think so.
We was only
Oh,
Reinhardt
yeah, I
and I,
remember that.
and we had our own little 2-person perimeter. He dug him in the garbage can. Where's Chesterman? I'll do the red border because I got to do it for the other fence too. Thank you for your help,
I know.
Kenneth. Why are you running from us?
Well, I mean, I'm not out doing crimes and I'm not doing all that. I'm just trying to work, stay.
Running from the police is a crime.
Yeah.
You've been running for like a year now.
Not going to work. No.
Oh,
I've
yeah?
only been out a year.
Well, you've had a warrant since last August.
Since last August.
I think so.
I got out in June.
Yeah, that's not very good.
No, I mean, I checked in with him for 5-6 months.
So why'd you hide in the garbage can?
Because I heard the dog, and I don't have tattoos.
Did you hear the helicopter?
Yeah, I heard him saying the guy with tattoos in his ass. I said, man, I ain't tattooing on my ass.
I didn't hear anything about
Yeah, I
tattoos.
did.
Did you think you were going to get bit?
Huh?
Do you think you're going to get bit? Why didn't you come out? That's why we say that, so that you don't get bit.
Man, I'm trying to... Well, you got to take your chances, I guess. You know what I mean?
Are you living there at that house now?
No, I kind of stay there whenever I can, but... Like I said, I was doing work for him mainly, Danny, but...
Who was that other guy that was with you?
Sheldon, just a friend who went down the street. He just came by, he'd come by, drink a beer, that's why.
So why didn't you just come out and say, I know I got a warrant?
Just volunteer to go to jail.
It would have been a lot easier.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
right.
be covered in
You're right.
crap and hiding in garbage
No,
cans.
See, man, that's from work today.
Oh.
That's from work today. Yeah, I know, it's a lot easier.
All right, man. Oh, boy. He's going to go to jail for being a parolee at large, and we're going to charge him with resisting arrest, misdemeanor, just for running from us.
Vegas is a melting pot because everybody decides to come to Vegas for like a fresh start. So you get a few characters from everywhere in the United States. You know, sometimes you don't get the experience going to those places, but living in Las Vegas, you get to meet the people that come here from those areas, so you get a kind of an idea of what that area could be like. This is the car that was driving the wrong way on a one-way road, so we can see what the story is. How you doing today, sir?
Sir, I'm so sorry. I did not know that was along this street.
Alright, where you coming from?
West side?
The west side. We're trying to go.
Why do you have to ask her where you come from? Do me a favor, put that cigarette out. You been drinking tonight?
No, I haven't, but I'll throw it out the window. You got me nervous.
What's that? Well, put the cigarette out in the ashtray. Is there any ashtray in there?
Rent a car.
It's a rent-a-car?
Yes.
You have a license, registration, proof of insurance?
Yes.
You ever been arrested before?
No, sir.
Where you guys coming from? The west side? Where at?
Northwest side.
Northwest side? What are you doing down here on Fremont?
I live on Paradise in St. Louis. It's
Sir,
okay.
it's in here somewhere. No, it's not okay. You told me to turn right.
This is a rent-a-car?
Yes, he's my friend. I know he's
Your friends? You have a license at least?
Yes.
Florida.
Florida license?
Yes, sir.
You never ever been arrested in Florida?
No, sir.
Ma'am, you ever been arrested before?
No.
No?
No.
You have any ID on you?
No. I don't even have my purse.
I've been here a month.
A month?
Can I pick it up?
What were you guys doing on the west side?
That was my fault. I was trying to give him.
Well, he's driving. Doesn't matter whose fault it is. You know what I'm saying? You're still going the wrong way.
You're right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I was trying to give him directions, and I said turn right, but it was on the wrong street.
All right. I smell a little alcohol. Were you drinking a couple of beers? It's no big deal. Listen. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
How come every time I ask you a question, you have to defer to her? You know what I'm saying? How old are you?
28.
Huh?
28.
28, man. You can answer for yourself.
All right, look.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
haven't been drinking.
You smoke some weed or anything?
No.
No?
People's out
No. All right, just hold tight, all right?
What's up?
He went ahead and made a right down a one-way road. I ran her, and she has like a couple $1,000 worth of traffic warrants out of city. So I'm gonna go talk to him again, have him step out of the car, see if we can search the car real quick, make sure he's all right to drive. As long as the warrants are good, she's gonna be going to jail. How you doing? Hey, you guys don't have anything illegal in the vehicle, do you?
No.
You mind if we search it?
Man, you can search it. You know what? She's been drinking a beer.
All right.
That's about it, but I'm driving.
All right. Do me a favor. Go ahead and turn off the vehicle. Yeah. And if you guys could just do me a favor and step out real quick.
Am I in trouble, though?
No, you're not in trouble. Go ahead and put that cigarette out, man. You're smoking like a chimney.
Yeah, you got me nervous, bro.
I don't know. No reason to be
like
nervous,
twice
man.
in my life.
You what?
I've been pulled over like twice in my life.
That's fine. Go ahead. Stand right there.
Dad.
Go ahead and put that smoke out real quick.
Can I put it on the curb without getting a fine?
No, you can put it out.
Hey, I have a question.
What's that? Go ahead and stand right in front of that. Face the car real quick.
I have to
Go ahead, face that up. Put your hands behind your back.
Oh, you can pat me down if you want, sir.
Hey, face the car, partner. Yeah, keep your palms together.
Can I ask a question?
What's that?
Is she getting arrested?
Well, she can ask that question, right?
Emma?
You have some warrants out of the city. Do you know that?
No.
Traffic warrants?
No.
You haven't got any traffic warrants?
No.
Well, it's your name. How do you spell your last name?
I have to go pee.
All right. Go ahead, dance around in front of the car right there. You're not going to be able to pee anytime soon. I'm
gonna pee.
Well, you shouldn't have went down the wrong way.
Can you walk me to a bathroom?
No. Is that my job? Is to take you to the bathroom? No.
Please. Officer, I really have to go pee.
Well, stand in front of the car. Now you got a little more stuff to worry about in the bathroom. So go ahead, stand in front of here and dance around. You shouldn't be drinking in the car anyway. Turn around. You can't sit on my car. Here's your money.
Okay.
She was drinking a beer.
While you were driving?
In the car.
All right.
Tried to take her out. Hang her right on the one-way street.
Yeah, out of Florida. That
What?
for theft.
Really?
Grand theft. Extradite nationwide, it says.
Really? And you
Oh,
him?
Yeah, he just ran him.
What's
I
his
didn't get it on here. Diego.
Oh, that would make sense.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what this is about?
No, I don't.
You have a warrant for Florida.
For what?
For your arrest for grand theft. They will extradite nationwide, all right?
Hey, you lied to me once. You said you haven't been drinking, then all of a sudden you remembered that somehow that you were drinking a beer at dinner, and now you said you never been arrested or anything before. You know what I'm saying?
I paid $2,500 fine. I did 57 hours community service, and you got handcuffs on me, man.
But listen, why did you lie to me? You said you weren't drinking. All of a sudden you were drinking one beer at dinner. All right, listen. Hold up.
I'll take a breathalyzer right now.
I'm not saying you're drunk. Did I say you're drunk? No, I didn't say you're drunk. All right. And then the NCIC warrant that you have out of Florida.
Arrested. You know what? They withheld notification. So what does that mean?
Did you get arrested that day?
Did I get arrested?
What was the grand theft
I got
for?
arrested
What
and
was
tased.
it? You got arrested and
And
tased.
tased.
Yeah. Exactly. So when I asked you, have you ever been arrested, there was no reason for you to lie to me.
So thank you
all
for-
right? So if listen, hold up. If you want to give me attitude,
No, sir, I'm not
listen.
giving
If
you
you want to give me
attitude.
attitude, I'll take you to jail for the local charges I have right now. All right? So don't. Yeah. Expired license, driving the wrong way, and open container.
Okay,
all right?
I just might as well calm down, huh?
All right, yeah, so you might as well relax.
upset
All right?
because-
Because I'm not the one handcuffs on. You are. All because she told you.
The open container?
Yeah, it's the driver who gets charged with that. So, not her. All right? She has local charges for some traffic stuff.
So even if I wasn't drinking, it's
Yeah,
my charge?
the driver gets charged with it.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah. So, I'm not saying you're a bad person.
It's
I
the
really
last
don't
time
know
I
you.
tried to impress a female.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
See what
Especially when
happens?
it's underage, because technically that's you're contributing to the delinquency of someone
He
that's not
did.
old
I
enough
didn't
to
buy
drink.
her the alcohol.
He didn't.
But you
It doesn't
know that-
matter.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
still, you're the older
I know.
person in the car with her with the alcohol.
Hey, at least tell me that she's getting arrested too. Please.
I hope not.
I hope so.
Why?
Wait, you hope she's getting arrested?
yeah.
I thought you said you bail her.
Dad, take her to jail.
You want us to take it?
Yes.
You were just kissing her, man. Now you want to go
Damn,
to
I'm
jail?
going to jail. She told me to hang right.
I didn't know it was a one-way street.
See what happens? A little traffic mistake
See?
gets you guys both to jail.
Arrest her.
Well, she's going too.
I work for Brevard County Sheriff's Office, East Precinct District. We're the busiest precinct. Some nights you come in and, you think there wouldn't be much going on at night because you think everyone's asleep. Some nights you go from the time you come in. I definitely enjoy working the midnight shift because you never know what you're going to run into. Definitely deal with some unique people at night. 329, I'm 10-8, 1048, I'm 97, the other side of H&H. And we got a call that this vehicle was all over the roadway. We found it here. The complainant is actually behind us. Stayed on the phone so we could find the vehicle. 29, 10-4. I'm behind the vehicle.
Yeah, we got him. You're good.
We're going to be at the Meineke on US 1. Let's see any numerics here. How about hanging up the phone first?
321 out.
Okay, hang up the phone, roll down the window. Turn the car on, roll the window down. Turn the car on and roll the window down. Let me see your hands. Get your hands up. Get your hands up in the air. Keep them up. Put them out the window.
Put your hands up now. Come on.
Put your hands up.
Any available unit, I'm getting...
He will not comply. He's reaching under something on the passenger seat. I haven't seen one yet, but he is not listening to me.
Put your hands out the window now.
29, give us a channel.
Brevard, all units, 1033 on Brevardis, 1033 on Brevardis for 329. All letters go Brevard south.
Keep cover, keep cover, keep cover fire.
On the ground, on the ground. On the ground. No problem with me. On your stomach. You're on your stomach. Oh, yeah, I'm straight. You ain't hurt me. You have to work on your stomach. You have to work harder than that, homeboy. You have to work harder. I'm a tough guy, Army. You have to work harder than that, buddy. Push my face in the ground. You have to work harder, buddy. I ain't soft. You have to work harder.
Stop resisting. Put your hands behind your back.
I don't feel it.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm already on my back. You pinned me down. I don't feel it.
Put your hands behind your back.
You soft. You don't hurt me. You don't hurt me. I don't feel it. I'm Army. I'm Army. You don't hurt me. You don't hurt me, buddy. You soft. You soft.
He wanted to put this on.
You softy. You softy. You softy. 6 of y'all on me.
Nobody's on you.
6 of y'all on me, man.
Nobody's on you right now.
Man, look at you.
Bring him up.
Come on, 2 knees.
Buddy, you don't hurt me. Come on, man. You weak. Come on, buddy. You got
Stop it.
You got soft.
You need to stop and chill out. You need to relax.
You soft. You soft, boy.
You need to relax.
You soft. You soft.
I get a hobble.
I don't feel that. I'm Army. I don't feel no pain, buddy. Hey, man. You buddy. I don't feel no pain. Look at he got me Army.
You want to pull your car up here?
Slide him off.
They did not read me my right. They did not read me my right. They did not read me my right.
Hold his feet together.
They didn't read me my right. They didn't read me my right.
Just chill out, man.
Let's pick him up and take him in the car. So let's secure him in the car.
1, 2.
They didn't read me my right.
Come around this side, guys.
My dad is an officer. He didn't read me my right.
326. I'm showing that we're getting close to 528.
Don't bother me. Soft.
Just relax your body, man.
Yo, my wrist.
Just relax.
My wrist.
He had that hoodie right there on that seat, and I came up from that side, and he wouldn't roll the window down. And I said, roll the window down. No, I can't hear you, I'm on the phone. I said, well, get off the phone. So he gets off the phone, I said, roll the window down. You come around to this side, and then he went like that and reached under that hoodie. And as soon as he did that, I went signal 0 on him.
The only thing he's got in the council is the razor blade, Jimmy.
Yeah, you got it.
Here he's got a citation. He just got pulled over less than an hour ago, about 45 minutes ago, by Cocoa Beach PD, which is where he was seen coming from. Got a ticket for traveling 65 and a 35, so he was probably already upset with the police as it is, because this is a mandatory court appearance for 30 miles over the speed limit. David, what's going on, man? Tell me what's going on tonight. Why are you so upset, man?
Nothing. Just my girl had lied to me about something.
Your girl?
Yeah. Since she was working, she wasn't working. She was out, probably, going to a concert or something.
All right. But listen, man, go back to when we were first in the car, man. I told you roll your window down. You said you can't because it's power. And I said, well, stick the key in the ignition. And then you started reaching under your hoodie or whatever that was on the passenger seat. You got to understand, man, I'm going home in the morning to my family, right?
I know, but not everybody's like what you expect, man. I know you got
to understand that we have to. we have to prepare for the worst. You understand that, right? So tonight you're going to be going to jail for resisting arrest without violence. Okay.
You can't even work now that admit I had a bad enough night. I wasn't trying to resist arrest. I was just trying to tell you I can't turn the window on.
Right, but you did. You did refuse to do what I told you to do.
I didn't refuse. I never refused. I was.
And then when we tried to pull you out of the car,
you're bypassing what I'm saying to you, man. I got no quarrels with you. What you did to me, man. I just want to go home, man. I got no qualms with you. If you
understand.
If you could be one of those officers that, you know what I'm saying, understands. I just got pulled over. I didn't give that guy any problems at all. You can ask him, man.
Right.
I'm not that kind
well,
of
obviously you didn't, because you didn't end up in handcuffs, right?
Huh?
You didn't end up in handcuffs when he pulled you over, so obviously you did what he said, right? Okay. Based on me having to do what I have to do to protect myself. I mean, this could have turned out a lot differently, but because things happened the way they did, you're going to be going down to the jail tonight.
132 in Bush. I've got him at gunpoint. Okay, gunpoint. 132 in Bush. Covers code 3. Being sent. David 2514 can transmit on text.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Bad boys, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John don't come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
This special edition of Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Policing in Vegas is obviously very unique. It's just the entire makeup of the town, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. People are up all the time, and people get in trouble all day and all night. So if you want to be a police officer in a town that really just is incredibly unique, this is the place to be. One of my officers just stopped a young lady in a vehicle, and she's a known prostitute. Many times they'll be driving a vehicle that belongs to their pimp, and they won't have a driver's license, no insurance. Nothing will be right on the vehicle, so we can act on that and deal with the prostitution by handling the traffic offense. So we'll be here and see what we can get out of this. What do you got there, Officer Rosenthal?
They made a bad turning movement, so I stopped them. She's got priors for prostitution and stuff. Trespassing, multiple trespasses, DUI liquor, indecent exposure, battery with substantial bodily harm with a deadly weapon.
Okay. Is there anybody else in the car with her?
There's a black male adult in the front right seat.
Did we get his ID?
I did. He said he's been arrested multiple times. He's not in our local record, so
okay.
He's from California.
Okay.
So let's see if they got it. Let me check her license real quick.
Okay, check her license. Should show you proof of insurance?
I asked her to get that for me. Miss, can you do me a favor? Can you hop out of the car real quick? Hop out of the car real quick. Keep your hands. You're not touching your phone right now. Step right up here.
Hi, sir. Would you mind stepping out of the vehicle, please? So you don't have any weapons or contraband on you, right? Walk to the front of the vehicle, sir. So can you walk right up to the center of the vehicle?
Sir, step on the other side of her, please.
Thank you.
3-4 drinks. Are you sure? Okay, so you think you can pass some field sobriety test if we give you some?
I'll try.
Okay. You find your insurance and registration?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, the first test we're going to give you is called the walk and turn test. So watch me real quick. You're going to stand with your hands at your side. You're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps. Okay, and when you turn, keep 1 foot on the ground. Go like this. 9 more steps. Okay? Come over here. Come over here where the road's flat. Come over. You can take your heels off if you want.
9?
Go ahead. Okay, that's like 25 steps. Keep going.
9.
Heel to toe. Heel to toe.
It's very difficult.
Keep going. All right, miss. You didn't do that so well, but okay. The next test. Hands at your side. If she's on, let her go. 1 foot up. You might want to take your heels off. 1 foot up. I want you to go 1001, 1002.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
1003.
If you don't mind, sir, would you mind if I just check you? Do you mind if I check you? So do me a favor, sir. Just put your hands behind your back here. Spread your feet out for me, sir. Spread them out as much as you can. A little bit further. Okay. Just want to make sure you just don't have any weapons on you.
8 1,000, 9 1,000.
Going. Remember, it's 1,000.
10 1,000, 11 1,000, 12 1,000, 13 1,000.
How many drinks have you had?
I've had about 3 or 4.
3 or 4 drinks? You think you might be over the limit?
I'm not sure what the limit is. Obviously, I really don't. I mean, if I need to get another driver, I will. If I need to walk, if you need to park my vehicle, I will. I will. Whatever you ask me to do, I will.
Has he been drinking? Sir, have you been drinking?
Yes, I had a couple drinks, but I haven't drank in the last maybe 3 or 4 hours.
We'll stand in front of the car.
Right down 11.
No, in front of our car.
6466 on the board.
So you've only had 1 or 2 drinks?
Yeah, and I've been drinking Red for the last 3 or 4 hours.
She's definitely over the legal limit of .08. So we're going to make an arrest for driving while intoxicated. Let's hook her up. Pull back, miss. Pull back. F.
Step back a little bit. Step back. All right, spread your legs a little bit.
Okay, miss, just so you understand, miss, you know, you do have a previous history. You have been drinking. The reality is that you can hurt somebody out here. So this is for your safety and the safety of everyone else. You will be going to jail. However, with your gentleman friend here, if it's all right with you, we'll release the vehicle to him, so we won't tow your vehicle. So you won't have to the cost. You won't incur the cost of having to go get it. It'll cost you about $150, so that's a break. So if it's okay with you, would that be all right to release the vehicle to him?
Yes, sir.
You are a licensed driver. We've already determined that, sir. So we'll be good to go. Just give us a few minutes, and we'll be taking you. If you want to put her in the car, Officer Rosenthal, we'll be good to go. Okay? Just give us one moment, sir, okay?
All right, we'll sit back and seatbelt you for your safety, all right?
Officer Rosenthal, I'm putting her shoes in the front seat. Just let me ask you, when's the last time you got arrested for solicitation, you know?
Solicitation has been at least over a year.
Over a year? Are you still engaged in that or no? Are you still?
No.
So what were you doing tonight?
Tonight I was out with my friend. We went to Pure, and
Okay.
we were having a good time. We just left when you
Okay.
rolled up on us.
Okay. You're saying now that you're no longer involved with that? I mean, the reality is this. I mean, you're out and about in the strip corridor where it abounds.
Tonight with my friend.
Okay.
Where he and I were out to have a good time.
Is this a boyfriend of yours, or is
Yes, it is.
So, how long have you been dating this gentleman?
Maybe a month, maybe 3 weeks.
Okay, so you're telling me here that you're no longer engaged in that type of activity?
This is someone who knows nothing about what I do for a
Okay. But are you saying that's still part of what you do for a living?
living. Not at this time, no.
But is there a possibility it would recur and you might do that again?
If the money insists upon it.
If the money is just about okay. All right. Well, so you understand from our viewpoint, it's still it's an illegal activity and we have to do our job. And okay, and you're going to jail basically just because you're a DUI. It's not because you're involved in that activity, but you're up here and the reality is you're breaking the law. So we're just doing our job. Okay? You understand me? All right, miss. Thank you.
I've been working for Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department for the past 6 years, and it's really been a great experience for me. I love living in Las Vegas, the bright lights in the big city. It's a city of big winners and sometimes even bigger losers, which is what the town's been built on. So we try to keep an eye on people, try to stop some folks, find out what they're all about. A lot of people involved in street crime here. I saw an individual who was kind of lurking in the shadows in an area that's known for high prostitution, so see what her story is and what she's doing hanging out here in the area. Looks like she's going to try to get in the car with this guy here. So I can put the spotlight on him. So 343, cut 468. Hi, I saw you on the other side there, and it looked like you're kind of trying to avoid me, and you cut back through the other side. So you guys are together? You guys are together?
Well, I was just driving her home.
Okay.
Is that against the law?
No, it's not against the law.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Vaughn, I have no idea where you're coming from. I was on the other side. I saw you. I went through this side. You turned around and kind of slipped back through this side. I just wanted to see what you're, what you're all about. You understand this area and what it's all about over here, correct?
I actually waited a couple of minutes. I was waiting on him. I did not get away just because he drove by.
Okay. Well, how do I know that? Did it look pretty bad from my point of view? Probably, right? Okay. Have you ever been cited or arrested before in your life?
Yeah.
For what, ma'am?
The last time was, soliciting, it was about in December, I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
Before that...
so you're arrested for soliciting prostitution?
Only once. And before that, it was domestic violence because, with an enforcement.
Okay. And those are the only 2 times you've been arrested for? Okay. Do you happen to have anything illegal on your person at all? In your purse, anything like that? You mind if I take a look? Okay. First of all, just go ahead and put this right up here. Take that off. Anything on your person that we need to be concerned about? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right over here. Put your water up here for me. If you don't mind, I'd like to pat you down for weapons. After that, I want to look in your purse, make certain that you... Don't touch yourself. Just right here like this. All right, step over here. Spread your feet apart, please. Okay. Inside your bag, is this your ID in here?
No, I'll give you my number.
Okay. Do you don't have any ID in here? Okay. Is there anything in here that I need to be worried about? Anything that's going to stick me, poke me, hurt me?
No.
Okay. And there's no identification in here, ma'am, whatsoever?
No, but I'll give you all day.
Okay. What are these pills that are in here?
Sinus pills.
Okay. Looks like they're inside some sort of packaging. What's all this stuff inside here, ma'am? Huh?
There's crystal meth pipe in there.
There's a what? There's a crystal meth pipe in there? Okay. That's kind of what it looked like based on the packaging. And that is yours, of course, right? And that is yours, of course, right? Okay. What I'm going to have you do here is put your hands behind your back. Give me the handcuffs here for a moment, okay? Before I pulled up here, is there anything on the ground that you dumped? Is there anything else inside that purse that you gave me permission to look in, with the exception of that pipe that I need to be worried about? Do you have a little bit of meth in there at all? Are you sure? Not in a baggie, anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and finish looking through here real quick.
Everything I should do this make sure.
Okay. And this is your pipe, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So now you have a little bit better understanding as to why I'm stopping folks out here, okay? Because there's a lot of drug activity that goes on. All right? People that use drugs have to buy drugs, okay? And where they buy them, a lot of times is over here. Okay. You say lotion, condoms, and petroleum jelly?
Everything you can think of.
Everything I can think of. Some of these things, looks like you got your razor here. It looks like a shaving kit almost, huh?
True.
All right. Put your smoke away, sir. I just wanted to talk to you for a second about the individual you're out over here hanging out with. What's your relationship with that person?
Well, basically, there's no relationship at all, sir.
Okay.
I was in the bar, had a couple drinks. I come here often. I'll come here because the drinks are cheap.
Right. Understand.
When I came out, I had no idea that you guys were going to stop us.
Okay.
Now, this person came up to me. We were talking. They asked for a ride. I said, no problem.
Okay.
How far are you going? Because I have a ways to drive.
Sure.
And
well, you look like you just got off work, so.
Actually, I did. And I'm very tired.
I believe it.
So, pretty much, like I said, it's more of a thing where trying to be a nice guy, sometimes you get caught up in crap.
I've seen it 1,000 times. I know what you're talking about.
But I had no idea that this person, for one, was a guy.
Okay.
Or perhaps I had too many drinks and I don't know the difference.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Also, I had no idea that this person had anything illegal on their person.
Okay.
Otherwise, if I had cuffs, I would actually put them under arrest myself.
Hey, I hear what you're saying. It's fair enough. You're in a bar having some drinks, you come out, someone asks you for a ride, fair enough, and we stop her because of all the activity that we've got going on over here and whatnot, and turns out that she did happen to have methamphetamine pipe.
So, I really had no idea.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay. So you're just basically just going to get on your way out of here and go home?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. As you well know, this is an area of high narcotics and prostitution, right? And you know that, okay? So I like to talk to people and find out what they're all about, And today we found out that you happen to have a warrant for soliciting for prostitution.
Yeah.
And you all...
the time I've been arrested for that also.
Okay, that's fine. And you also happen to have the methamphetamine pipe that was on your person. It's got the residue all over it. Right. Are you trying to get off the drugs?
You know what? I'll be completely honest with you. In all honesty, I don't think I'm ready to give it up. And also, 95% of the people that I know or hang out with are in it as well. So it would have to be such a drastic change for me. Like break ties with friendships, at least long enough, while I'm trying to stay clean.
Right.
For now, I don't think it's a possible thing.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to encourage you to do that. Well, get the paperwork taken care of, and the transport unit should be here shortly. So just try to keep cool here for a second, will you?
Okay.
Okay. Looks like we got a little bit more to the story than what we initially started off with. I think both of them know exactly what's going on. But right now we've got the solicitation warrant that's on her, as well as the narcotics paraphernalia charge that needs to be dealt with. I'm going to finish up the paperwork, and prisoner transport unit will be here to take her on to jail.
Every day I deal with the same people. Got a lot of the same faces I see day in, day out. Get a lot of cooperation out of a lot of them. Usually the ones I don't get cooperation out of, they're doing stuff that they know is wrong, and I'm busting them on it. Got a white female. She just came out of one of our little crack houses. A lot of prostitutions going on in the back alley. See what's going on, find out what she's doing out here. Misty, come here. All the way around front of the car. Where are you living at?
I was living in Graysville with my mother. We got into it and I came down here.
What else you been arrested for?
I have been arrested a long time ago for prostitution.
You on probation?
I go tomorrow.
Which house were you on 13th Street?
The blue one.
Oh, the prostitute house.
The one where they sit outside.
And prostitute and sell crack. How old are you?
21.
You been out here 3 days? You've been out here 3 days and you've already found 2 of my hottest spots. Foul Street for crack and cocaine, something you smoke, and 13th Street for prostitution, something you've been arrested for. I'm going to tell it to you like this. You got kids?
Yes.
How many kids you got?
2.
How old are they?
3 and 1 month.
Why are you out here selling yourself instead of doing the motherly thing? It's a hard question to accept responsibility, isn't it? Have you ever dealt with her before? She's from Graysville. She's saying she's only been down here 3 days. She's already living on Foul Street, and she just come out of East 13th. You're not going to be prostituting down here.
I can call my sister.
Well, then you need to get to a payphone. You need to call your sister, and you need to get out of here. Because down here is nothing but bad for you. All right? Go do something about yourself. Sad situation she's in, but I don't know, she's 21. She's still got time. Maybe she'll learn her lesson. Williams just backed me up getting out with a prostitute out here in the area. It's been a busy night, rained earlier, so business is starting to pick up now that it's dried off. It's getting hot out here. People are starting to come out and play around. Williams about to pull this car over, get out and see what his story is.
2100 Chamberlain Avenue.
I know that ain't my girl up there.
Oh yeah, I was dropping her off.
Step out. Step out. Step. Roll around. Just put your stuff down. Put your stuff down. All I need your ID. All I need is your cigarette. Just step over here to my car.
I was just dropping off. Take your hands out of your pocket.
Get your hands. Put your hands on my car. Matter of fact, step around to the rear of my car.
Cigarette out. Put your cigarette out.
Oh, man. I know him. I was asking him to run to the store. He said, go to the store. Please don't do this. I wasn't prostituting. Please don't. I asked him. I know him.
Put your hand palms together.
Okay.
I promise you I didn't know.
Listen to me. I just got finished talking to her. She just told me she's a prostitute. Why was she in the car? And don't tell me she was going to the store, because that's what they all say. Why was she in your car? What did y'all talk about?
We didn't talk about nothing. She just asked me to drop her off to the store. I just picked her up.
You ever been arrested before?
Yes, sir.
What for?
For that DUI.
What else?
And speeding.
He's got a restricted driver's license. He's revoked right now for DUI.
He's got a marijuana joint he's been smoking in this car, the floorboard. Isn't that right? Yeah, that was earlier.
Let me ask you something. Who stopped who?
I was just going down the street. And
okay.
And she had said, hey, hey, hey.
Okay.
And that's when I stopped and see if what did she wanted. And she asked me to take her to the store.
Hang tight. So what's your story?
When he stopped me, he asked me if I was doing anything. I was like, no, you take me to the store.
What do you mean, was you doing anything?
I guess if I was working or something.
Oh, okay.
So
I just warned you. I just warned you about this stuff down here, and then you get stopped, and he propositions you basically, and you still get in the car.
I was already in the car. I asked him for a ride to the store.
No talk of favors, no nothing.
He said, are you sure? And I said, I'm sure. Just drop me off at the store.
All right, whatever. It's going to be up to this other officer. But as of right now, you are revoked for DUI. And that is, by law, an arrest. Just hang tight right there. Figure out what he's going to do.
I'm out here every day, okay? I've met you one time. And probably 45 seconds later, I seen you in a car that drove by. So that ought to tell you that I'm going to remember you, okay? All right? I know what you're doing. Okay, this is your one break. Next time you go to jail. Okay? I don't want to see you around here, okay? Look at me. You understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to take my kindness for weakness, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because I'm not afraid to put you in jail.
I know.
Get out of here. Go.
All right, you go in jail for driving on revoke for possession of marijuana. All right?
Yes, sir.
We're going to let the prostitution bit go. You're not going to lose the car, so you're getting break tonight.
Appreciate it. This is not what I had in mind.
It's never what they had in mind.
132 in Bush. I've got him at gunpoint. Okay, gunpoint. 132 in Bush. Covers code 3. King 10. David 2514 can transmit on tag 2.
Viewer discretion is advised.
What you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John don't come for you?
Hey, get out of here now.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Before I was a police officer, I was a computer consultant in the corporate world. Ended up going to a car show one day, had a police recruiter there, talked to them. 30 days later, I was in the police academy, and ever since, you know, every day is a different day, something fun. I really enjoy doing what I'm doing now. I don't see me doing anything else. We're going to go check this cul-de-sac. It's known for a lot of illegal drug activities and problems that everybody's been having. We're going to see what's going on, see if there's any problems tonight.
With 323 is reported suspicious car accident 1920 male occupant of Green Pontiac, Missouri license 178.
You alright? No, you're just standing out in the middle. I didn't know.
For about 30 minutes, possibly casing. There's no record, no violence.
Do what?
Our two little boys from West Criminal Road, and he just got home.
What's your name? Joe. Why are you so skinny, man?
Why are you so skinny?
Joe, what's your date of birth? What's your date of birth, man?
He's a World War II hero.
Joe, where are you going?
Well, actually, he's got 3.
You'll be right back?
Yeah, I gotta give me
3 major battle stars.
Okay.
Classified top secret information.
Come here, man. You want to talk?
Yeah, I talked to you. I ain't done nothing wrong.
No, you haven't. I want to make sure. I just kind of wonder what you guys are out in the middle of the street for.
Right.
So, what's going on? You live here?
No, I live right down here.
You don't got anything on you, do you?
No.
No drugs or anything? Have you ever done any drugs?
I've done it about 15 times in my life.
What kind?
Huh?
What kind of drugs?
Well, I smoked a little marijuana.
That's all? Well, you look like you might be a little high or something. No, don't reach in. That's all right.
Well, I'm not high.
Can I make sure you don't got anything in your pockets? All right, turn around for me. There you go. Put your hands behind your back. So what are you doing down here in front of somebody else's house?
Because I know, John, I don't have no cigarettes down here, and I came up there asking for a cigarette.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't lie. I don't have no reason to lie.
No problem.
I don't do dope, so I don't break the law. If I do, it's for a good reason.
What kind of reason would it be for?
I don't know. Probably steal somebody's guns. It ain't police officers or
So you steal
soldiers.
people's guns?
Yeah, I've done that a lot.
Do you have any guns yourself?
I've had all the guns in the world. I lived with guns all my life. My father had a machine gun.
Ah. What happened to your buddy?
5969.
And I've always drunk my whole life. I ain't never been no dope fiend.
Are you a felon? Have you been convicted of felony before?
Petty larceny and
Larceny?
and a lot of common assaults. Yeah.
Let me go see where your buddy went. I'll make sure he's okay. He said he's gonna come back and talk to us.
And a whole bunch of petty larcenies.
You know who lives here?
John is one of them, but the person who lives here actually
is John. Is John the white guy? He's kind of skinny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's the one who.
Well, I just talked to him.
Headache for everybody.
Oh, he
But
is.
10 minutes ago, he was here.
Yeah, I know. I talked to him. I let him go around back because I thought he was gonna go inside and grab something, and then he went inside, I guess, and never came back.
Hiding.
Show me your hands! 363's in foot chase through the woods. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Get up! Don't you move. Hey guys, I got him in the woods here. Stand by, I'm trying to get him in custody. We're directly south of 8715. It's gonna take me a second because I'm in thick woods. I got this guy, we're on our way back. Make sure he jumped out of a second-story window. Neighbors are telling me there's a lot of people inside.
Okay, well, we got several people walking outside now.
.363, one's in custody, you can clear the air. Why are you running, man?
What?
Why?
Looking for brothers.
Why are you running? Stand up.
Yes, ma'am. I also need another wagon.
Stand up.
You can wait for the next available.
Why were you running?
Okay. The other guy told me if I run, he'll get away.
If you run, he'll get away?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Greg, do you have your guy in custody?
Yeah, we're walking back. Keep an eye on 8715 right there. That duplex, this guy says that he was supposed to run so someone else could get away.
Okay, I've got two in custody up here.
You all right?
No, he's bad. He's good.
Which one's good?
He's okay. You can let him go. Yes. I've ran him. He's good. Sit. Cross your legs. Well, right now, we got both parties in custody. One that was hiding inside the house because he has a warrant. For this party right now, we think he's lying about his name, trying to figure that out. He keeps getting us something that doesn't respond, but he says he's been arrested, so he should come back in the computer, but he's not. So we're trying to figure that out right now.
No, there's not something like that.
Hey, come here. Let's get away from him real quick.
Why he
Stand
there?
up.
Leave me alone.
Just relax. Come over here. Yeah, I got one. I told him to send a code. Just right here. What? Okay, right here. Hey. Sit down. Sit down now. I want you to get away from him.
I'll be in there.
Sit down.
Hey, you know what?
Sit down. Why'd you run?
I didn't run.
Why'd you hide?
I didn't hide.
What do you got you're scared of?
Nothing. A warrant.
What kind of warrant?
Probation warrant. Because I didn't pay what I was supposed to pay.
You're helping yourself. You help us.
Yeah.
Is he a relationship to you?
I don't even know him.
You don't know him?
Nope.
Okay. Well, he's the one that turned you in, told us you were running for him.
I don't even know who he is. Right?
All right. Hey, listen real quick. You're going to jail for Jackson County warrant, okay? You got about 10 other city warrants, independents, but we're going to take you on the Jackson County. It's a felony. You can bond out down there and take care of him, all right?
How'd you come across him? This one
Just
you got?
when drove by and saw him down the block, and we turned around and came back to see what he was doing. Just walking in the street with his pretzel can. So he took off behind the house and thought, well, that's kind of weird.
Okay.
So
you guys in custody for warrants. Good job.
Yeah. Thanks.
The new guys come to this city to work. First thing I tell them, you got to be prepared to work because this is a busy, busy city. You can't come out here and enjoy this job and, be prepared to go from call to call to call and deal with different types of people. Then this isn't the type of job you want to do. I try to motivate them and tell them this is probably the best job on the earth, to do. Officers went over this area, one of our bad areas of the town, and got a foot pursuit. Apparently, the guy threw a baggie of narcotics, and he's got his car, and the guy's in the area hiding somewhere. So we're gonna go over and see if we can help find him.
I got the covering.
I'm out. Track 52.
Joe. Okay. He's either in B or C.
He didn't go in there.
What, from the back?
Okay, because he came out of here. I was just kind of just go wah, 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 like that, shine light on him. Next thing you know, he's
no,
back.
But he went right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
He split through here.
Okay. You can tell me what he looks like, right?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? Tennessee.
What's up, man?
Is this place vacant next door?
Yeah.
Is there some dude coming in your back door?
No.
I can hear somebody upstairs.
In my house.
Who's upstairs?
Mom.
We can come in, right, bro? All right, come on. Who's up there, bro? Listen, hey, sit right there, Tennessee. Okay, somebody upstairs?
Okay.
Let's go. Get a 33.
33, please.
Okay, Joe, you're lethal. I'm going to tase if we have to. We're out the police. You're upstairs. You need to show yourself. We will find you. We're not going to play games. I heard you up here.
Hold.
You in there? Come on.
Yeah. I'll get it.
God, you think I'm kidding? Come on, I'm going to tase you right now. Come out right now. Come out right now. You think we're stupid? Get your hands out or I'm going to tase you.
Hands.
All right, you going?
Put them out now.
Wait, my arm is dislocated, officer. All right, my arm is dislocated. The left one, please.
Frank 52, code 4, he is in custody. Why don't you listen? You didn't think we were going to come get you? Don't worry about your hearing. That's the least of your worries, bro.
My phone, please.
Hey, look at me. Hey, what's your name?
Michael.
Listen, Michael. I'm not here to play games with you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Get my phone, please.
All right. You good, Joe?
Good.
All right, buddy. There you go.
Good job.
Just take him down, put him in the car.
So if you had just walked away, I would never even chase him.
What you running for, man?
Because I know I'm on probation. I'm in a drug-infested area.
And you threw some. Because my partner got what you threw. He watched you.
I didn't throw anything.
That yours?
No, officer.
That's why I saw it go like this. Went. Kind of like that.
Hold on, Tennessee.
I didn't throw none
Did you
of
come in
that.
this car?
No, I didn't.
Whose car's that?
That's my girlfriend's car.
Oh, it's your girlfriend's car?
Yes,
Where's
sir.
your girlfriend at?
She's at home.
So how did the car get here?
She drove it right here.
Who drove it right here?
She did.
So that wasn't you getting the driver's seat, right?
That
wasn't you. That's not your hat in the alleyway, right?
Yeah, that's my hat.
That's your hat?
In the driver's seat. Yes, I was.
And that's you that ran, right?
Yes, sir.
So this came out of your hand like this, right? It looked like that?
Officer.
Did it look like that?
Officer,
No, did it look like that?
You can search the alleys up and
I'm
down.
asking
You're going to find numerous of drugs.
Hey, he's got what you threw.
Throw no
Hey,
drugs.
did it look like this in the air? Look. It looked like that, right?
I didn't throw no drugs, officer.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you know what? Are we done with these guys in here?
Grab his hat.
Did you get the guy's names?
I got his name, yeah. One name.
Okay. So we good with him?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. I'll make
There's bags everywhere around.
But I physically saw this leaving your hand.
Officer,
Who are you running from?
You guys.
Why?
Because I know I'm in a drug-infested area and I'm on probation.
You're on probation in a drug-infested area, and you're running from the police.
Yes, officer.
That's interesting.
I mean, I'm honest. I know it's a drug-infested area and I know I'm on probation.
Are these drugs?
Yes, they are drugs.
Is this a drug-infested area?
Yes, it is.
Did the drugs come from your hand?
No, they didn't, officer.
All right, let's go put you in my car for a few. Come on.
Oh, you guys want to tow the car?
This is the cocaine kit, okay? Let's not leave your hand. It's wrapped like rock cocaine. This is your last opportunity.
That's not mine. I don't care if you test it or not.
Okay. Oh, he's got a little meth in here, too.
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm.
Black people don't even sell no meth, whatever that is, methamphetamine. I know dope, but I don't know no meth.
Hey, listen, Joe.
Oh, sweet. With the cash. It's ours. A little bit of meth.
Well, how's my cash?
gone.
Because of that.
So what does that have to do with taking my money out of my wallet?
It's called, when that's in your possession, when you have that stuff in your possession.
That was not in my possession? Oh, that ain't even right. I got a bank account, all of that.
It don't matter when you have that.
That wasn't even in my possession.
That right there is packaged for you so people could sell it. So people, when people are in possession of drugs and stuff like that for sales, people usually have money with them, okay? Money, okay? So, when we're arresting somebody for sales of narcotics, illegal drugs, and they got money, that's going with it.
$106?
Yeah. Look at that. See that?
That's just my money.
Look at, that's blue. Guess what? That's drugs. It's cocaine. Positive, dude.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to fight it if you guys are about to take me to jail.
Yeah, well, we're not about to. We are.
Getting a call here for, says that there's a male walking around inside the fountains at the Mirage. So we're arriving now, and we'll see what we got here. So what they'll do is they'll come down here and jump the fence, and probably one of the local vagrants, and grab a handful of change out of the fountains here. What's that? Well, here's his wet footprints here, so.
You probably took off.
Yeah. Well, he was wearing all blue, you said?
All black. He was like
all black.
Mustache. Like in the 30s, 40s.
And you don't see him down that way? Is that him there? He had a hat on?
Hat and glasses.
Hat and glasses? Okay. That foot trail kind of dried out, but I have a feeling that this guy is back around the corner over here in the other fountain. There's a dark spot over there, so pointing him out right over there, right underneath the Mirage sign. We'll go see if we can't find him.
Control David 5304. David 5304.
Come here, man. In front of the car. Yeah, WMA in front of the Mirage in the fountain. Hey, come back over here for a sec. How much change you get?
Oh, a little bit.
Drop the, what do you got in your hands? Nothing? Okay. Put your hands behind your back, palms together. Just stand over there for me, sir. A little hard to deny it when you got wet pants, huh?
Yeah, true.
Yeah? So what are you doing in the fountains? Oh. Spread your feet apart. Taking change?
A little, yeah.
All right. So you don't mind if I take everything out of your pockets, right?
No.
All right. You got ID on you?
No.
No ID?
No.
What have you been arrested for?
Oh, I got one felony, trespassing, things
Felony
like that.
for what?
Grand larceny.
Grand larceny? You got a drug problem?
No.
No? This is just easier stealing change than it is to ask for it, huh?
I just refuse to beg. I got pride, what's left of it.
Well, you got a whole pocket full of change, huh?
Yeah.
How often do you do this?
Every other night.
Every other night? Right here in this one?
A few.
How much do you usually make?
Try to make 15. That's all.
Wow. You got no weapons on you, right?
No.
Okay. As of right now, you're not under arrest, but you are going to handcuffs to figure out what's going on, okay? So like I said, they come off as easy as they go on, all right?
Sure.
Okay. Got a whole pocket full of change here, huh? This is the big one.
That was my last one for the night.
This was your last one for the night?
Yep.
Good. Stand up here. So what do you do? Just jump in there and grab a handful of change and throw it in your pockets?
It's just survival, that's all it is. That's all it is for me. I've been here 17 years. It's only been working for 4.
How long you been homeless?
About 6.
6 years?
Yeah.
So you just wait till it's dark?
Yeah.
When no one's walking around, you jump over and grab a handful of change?
During the daytime. It's too embarrassing to do it during the daytime. I mean, I try to keep a low profile about it. Well, there's
it's kind of hard to keep a low. It's kind of hard to keep a low profile, don't you think?
Hard to keep track of everything now.
Well, listen to me. It's kind of hard to keep a low profile when you're jumping out of a fountain. People are tracking you. Now, I tracked your foot trail from back there because when you jump out of the water and you got wet shoes, it tends to leave a little wet trail. Here's what I'm going to do. You don't have any warrants, okay? I'm going to cut you loose with a warning. But your hard work for the night is probably going to hit you worse in the pocketbook than anything else. So you're going to grab all this money and you're going to throw it back in the fountain and you're going to be on your way. Don't let me see you down here doing it again. I appreciate you not standing out here begging people for money, because I know when I go on vacation, that's the last thing I want is someone sitting there begging me for money. Plus, it's against the law. But either way you look at it, this is also, and you can't do it. Grab your hat, grab your money, and we'll walk right over to the pond where you got it all out of so you can dump it back in there. Don't let me see you down here doing it again. Just throw it in there. Don't let me see you out here again, you understand? The look on his face when I told him he was going to have to throw it back in hurt him more than going and spending the night in the jail. So he's on his way. He won't be back. If he comes back next time, we'll take him to jail.
1 DB13, 1 minute 1.
Just stand by. DB13.
Hey, I got a guy out here fishing for coins in the pond in front of Mirage. I don't know if it's the same suspect as yours.
Copy. What's he look like?
WMA, brown hair, glasses, light blue jeans, and a blue shirt.
Firm, sounds like the same subject. I'll be en route. One of my partners over here just called me on the radio, said, sounds like he's out with the same subject that we were just out with that was grabbing change out of the pond. So we're going to go over here, and if it's the same guy, he's going to end up going to jail tonight. I hate to think if it is the same guy. I just already gave him a warning, so if he comes back and grabs some money, it's probably time for him to go to jail. So, and it looks like it is him. I just gave you a break, and you have to come back and grab some more money, right?
Oh, you guys saw him before, huh?
Yeah, this is the guy we stopped before. I made him throw all the money back in the water. Well, so he was back in here?
Yeah, he went and got a couple more handfuls.
Came back? Well, guess what? Now you're without money and you're going to jail. You just don't learn, do you?
It's hard to leave it.
It's hard to leave it?
It's hard to leave it.
Well,
I mean, all that work for nothing. It's
all that work.
Now look at what all that worked. All that work for nothing and a trip to jail.
What kind of work is it? You jumped in the water and you picked up the coins. I don't get it.
He justifies it by saying it's better than panhandling. Now, 2 minutes later, after we let this guy go on a warning, make him throw this money back, he comes back, grabs all the money he just tossed back in there, and was caught by another officer driving down the street. He can go spend the night in jail, and we won't have to deal with him again tonight.